Hello, my name is Tim Brothers, and in this video, I'm going to go over functions for girls who code. In this video, we're going to leverage the fruit catcher game that we've looked at prior in order to talk about functions. The game can be found at this web link. The fruit catcher game, it was created using a couple of algorithms. Now, an algorithm, if you remember, is a set of instructions that you follow in a certain order to complete a task. In this one, our algorithm was represented by these flow blocks. We'd start off by entering into this algorithm when we change to the game page. We would show our sprite. In this case, it's an apple. We'd go to a random position. And then we would set the Y value to 180. Now remember, this part of the screen is the X value. So if we want the sprite to move this way or this way, we'll change X. If we want to control if the sprite moves up or down on the screen, we'll set Y. So setting Y to 180 is putting it all the way at the top of the screen. The random position puts it into a random place, and then it gets moved to the top of the screen so it can fall down. So we run until stop game variable is set to 1. And we're going to change Y by -5. So that means we start at 180 and we're going down by 5 counts every time it runs through this loop. And if Y reaches -170, that's the bottom of the screen, then the sprite will go to a new random location, go all the way back up to the top of the screen, and continue to fall again. At the end, we'll hide it and we'll switch the background to the party to show the overall score. So this is our algorithm, and this algorithm was coded for both of our two apple sprites. So you had to create this algorithm twice. So in this, we're going to look at how could you use the same algorithm for a bunch of different fruit, for a bunch of different sprites. We're going to do this by using functions. A function is a block of code for an algorithm that is commonly used. So instead of having to code this set of boxes up for every sprite, we're instead going to create a function that we only have to do once. Here's how we do that. We start off by going to My Blocks and then click Make a Block. When you do that, this dialog box is going to come up and you can give it a name. I called Falling Fruit, my name. At the bottom, there are some other selections that we're not going to use right now, so you can just ignore those. Click OK. Next step is to take our algorithm. It was here. This is where our algorithm was all coded up at. But we're going to take all those blocks and we're going to move them down underneath this new heading that appeared inside your sprite. So make sure you're selecting one of the apples when you do this, so you're able to just grab all your blocks and move them under this My Block heading. This falling fruit is what I'm calling it. So now the last thing we need to do is call the function. So what this has done is it's taken the algorithm down here at the bottom and put it up into a new block called falling fruit. And we want to take that and put it under the start condition. So when we get that, it'll again run through this algorithm. In this way, you don't have to make this certain set of blocks for every sprite that you put onto the screen. Your turn. Try to build. Start with the fruit catcher game. Add some functions. This function, we were talking about how the fruit falls. There is another algorithm that scored the game and made the fruit disappear when it hit the bowl. Maybe you might want to try to modify that algorithm to where if it catches a bad thing, so maybe you're going to catch a stick. And if you catch a stick, you don't want that in your fruit bowl. So you would actually subtract from the score. You'd make the score worse and make a bad sound instead of the good sound. All right. So add some functions, give some blocks, make some custom blocks that can do some functionality, and then add different types of fruits. And in these different types of fruits, now you don't have to put all the blocks there anymore. You can just grab your custom blocks and put those in. Give that a try. See how you can use functions to add capabilities to this game. All right. Let me know if you have any questions on this. We're going to be hosting a Zoom session so that everybody can try to code and share their games through the Zoom session and see what we've come up with at the end of this time.